All right, guys, this session of this video is gonna be in different parts. So part one is gonna be more around where to start from, how to start, what to look out for, more like preparing yourself before you begin the journey. Then part two is where I will talk more about I'll just have a video more about documents you need to prepare and how to prepare them. And lastly, I'm going to talk about more like preparing yourself mentally for this journey. You know, and if any other question comes in between, probably I see questions on the comment section. I can then, add them to subsequent videos. So right now for this session, I'll talk about the part one, which is where do you start from and how do you start. My DM is full, and I have a lot of questions like this from family and friends who have reached out to say, Lucy, I see your videos, they are really helpful, but I don't know where to start from. That is a very valid question. Trust me, it's a very, very valid confusion, of where you need to start from. So, firstly, the first start point is, are you ready for this journey? Do you think that you want to go through this path? It's very interesting, or it is everything everybody prays for when eventually the scholarship comes and you get what you want. But then it involves a lot of work for you to do. So you need to be ready to say, yes, I want to start this journey. And that means you need to set a goal. For me, I remember when I began this journey in 2016, 2017, I told myself that, before I clock 30, I should, at least, if I'm not done with my master's degree, I should have a scholarship award. So I gave myself like a 3 years goal, and I was working so hard. On my 29th birthday, and I was like, oh God, this was the goal I had. I want to get my master's degree before I clock 30, and now I have just 1 year to go. That year I worked hard. I paid a lot. Previously, I usually don't pay any. I usually don't apply for any scholarship that needs me to pay application fee. But on my 29th birthday that year, I spent a lot of money on scholarship application fee. No, not scholarship, more like admission application fee. I spent a lot of money on so at least I'm telling myself that I am really putting so much effort to get this done. So that was how I put myself into so much pressure. I remember how there's a scholarship I applied for. I think it's AIT scholarship in is it Thailand? Yeah, it should be Thailand. And I had to pay for an English exam. I think the first one I was disqualified, and the second one I had to pay again. And I wrote that exam at 2 a.m. midnight. When everybody was sleeping, I was awake trying to write an exam. That was how much effort I put into the work. So I had to set a target for myself to say, before I clock 30, I am going to get a scholarship. Of course, by the grace of God, it's not just by my own grace. By the grace of God, I'm going to get scholarship before I clock 30. So I already had a goal, and I was working towards that goal. So I would say, firstly, set your goals. So what are your goals for this scholarship? For me, I knew that I cannot afford schooling abroad in any way. Even if I am to do a master's in Nigeria, how where would the money come from? I can't afford it. So the only way I knew I can further my education is when I have a fully funded scholarship. There was even a time I had partial scholarship, and I was like, should I do a GoFundMe? How do I get funds to complete the tuition fee? I had to exhaust all of my options on this journey of getting a scholarship. So I would say the first thing first is set your goals. If you know that this is what you want to do and you need to do it, then you have to set your goal. Setting your goals also include you telling yourself, I'm going to apply for at least 2 scholarships in a month, or in the first quarter, the first 3 months, I'm going to apply for 6 scholarships, 7 scholarships, you just have all of these goals set for yourself, and that will just be like a very good guide for you to progress on this journey. Then the second point is, what do you want to study? Do you have a course of study in mind? Have you thought about what you would like to study? So if you are going for your master's, which means you are done with your BSc, what was your BSc on? And do you think you want to continue on that career path, or do you think that you want to change your career? Trust me, it's okay for you to want to change. If, for instance, let's say you had your BSc was in let's say biochemistry, and while you were in school, you just, for the sake of going to school, you just went to school and you did not really enjoy the course. Or let's say now you're currently working and your current job area is no longer in that area of what you studied in BSc. You can actually still change your course. So the question is, do you know what you want to study? You need to be firm and you need to know what you want to study. So that gives you like a guide to, what you should look out for as you begin the scholarship application journey. One of my mentees that I usually guide about scholarship application, I remember I sent a link to her. She was like, "Oh, ma'am, this is not this scholarship does not align to my career goal." So she already knows what she wants. So whenever I see anything and I want to share with her, I know that, this is not in line with her goal, so I will just let it be. I already know, okay, she has a goal already for what she wants to study. So I just know that I can't share this link with her, or I know that she would not want to proceed with this particular application. So know what you want, have different career choice, or I would say have different course of study. You know that you have different. For instance, for me, I had my bachelor's degree in chemical engineering, and I have a lot of interest with sustainable energy, renewable energy. So I had in mind that either I studied a course that has to do with chemical engineering with energy, or something around sustainable energy, or something around renewable energy. Anything around energy is what I just want to do. So when I was applying to schools, these were the things I was looking at for. And also I could also do something around process engineering as well. Process engineering. So I had different course options I want to do. So for you, what did you study? And what are you currently doing? And what do you think really interests you? So in that way, you are able to streamline your research or your search to, these are the things I want to do. And for those that are looking for a bachelor's degree, let's say you have an OND or you have an HND, and you're looking for a bachelor's degree as well, same applies to you. Look out for what you think you want to do, or the course you want to study, and also streamline your research towards that area. That's how I would advise you look out for what you want to study. And after that, before you think of what you want to study, in the country where you are, I will get down to what country, on what school, on how you can search for that. But before I get into that, is in the course of area you have interest in, what are the job opportunities of this course in the countries you are looking at applying to? For instance, while I was searching for, I have interest in energy, and UK was one of my preferred country of study, I had to do a very robust research around what are the opportunities of sustainable energy in the UK. And I saw that there is a lot of opportunities for me to excel in this area, and even for me to advance my studies. For instance, if I want to now go back to do my PhD, I am still very relevant. And currently, I currently work in the energy sector, in the gas industry. So which means that my course of study kind of aligned to my interest, and now I work in that sector. And if I now want to also move, if I now want to study, go higher in my academics, I can still further to do my PhD also in this area of energy. So like I would say, also look out for what are the job opportunities in this choice of study I want to do, and how can I advance my studies in this area, or are there any career advancement opportunities in this country for me if I choose to study this course of study. People do have different reasons why they want to travel abroad. Some would say, I just want to leave, I'm tired of my country. Some will say, I'm going for a better career life. And some will say, whatever I see, I will take. But all still boils down to what is your goal. So if you have a specific goal, for me, my career advancement is a very key thing for me. So I don't joke with that. So that is some of the things I had to pick while I was thinking of, okay, what career area do I want to go into? So this is a very, very important part for you to also take note of as well. Then another point to take note of is, where is the preferred country? Do you have countries where you want to focus on, or do you have a preferred school? But then before we go into schools, let's talk about the countries. Do you have a preferred countries? You should have preferred country, I would say. For me, when I was applying for scholarship, I was open to any country so far I can travel with my family. Then I had my husband and my little one. So I need a place where if I want to go for this scholarship, if I'm going for this scholarship, they should be able to allow me travel with my kids. So wherever I get the scholarship, I am happy to accept it if I can go with my kids, or if my kids can be there with me, or my husband or my family can be there with me. So those are the things I focused on. But then I still have top priorities, all those countries. My top priorities were US was not even on my list at all. So I think Canada, yes, UK, and any of these Europe countries. I know I applied to scholarship in Sweden, in Germany. I had a lot of options to other European countries, but then here I am in the UK, where I got the scholarship that was fully funded. So I would say have a country that you'd had interest in. Then another point is your course, the school. So once you already know the countries that you want to look at for, then look at for schools in these countries. So you know your course of study, you can search on Google the schools that offers masters in chemical engineering in Canada or in the UK. You will see a whole lot of schools that will pop up. Then from there you can start searching about, okay, of these schools, what school should I apply for, what school should I check out for scholarships. You can also go online and check randomly about schools that offer fully funded scholarship in Canada, or fully funded scholarship in Canada. So there you already know that you have these areas you want to focus on, or the schools or the country you want to focus on, and you streamline your research towards that area. Then how do you find schools? This is a very tricky one, because sometimes not every course, or not every school may offer the course of study you want to study. So that's why I said have different related course of study. So just in case you do not see anything around sustainable energy, you might see something around renewable energy. So you just have an idea of, this school does not have this, then they might just have this for me. So in that area where you already have the country you want to study, once you go on Google and you search for schools that offer XYZ course, you might just see a list of schools that offer those courses. Then that helps you to want to know how to apply to these schools. So, but a very key thing to note is that before you choose a particular course of study, ensure you have done a very robust research around what are the job opportunities of this course of study in my area. If you are a career person, if you think that your goal is that I really want to advance my career in this country, I really want to grow career-wise in this country, then that should be a very key thing you should look at for. But for, like I said earlier, most people do not really have that as a major thing for them. All they want is that I just want to leave my country of residence. I want to leave my country of origin. Anywhere is okay for me. When I get whatever I see, I can study. But few people like someone like me, I am very particular about my career advancement, about my career choice, and about job opportunities as well. So look out for these key areas. Once you have an idea of what these areas are, trust me, beginning this scholarship journey will become very, very seamless for you. Even once you see a scholarship application and you say, oh, this is not in line with my career area, you already know what you want, right? So that helps you to save a lot of time, and also help you to streamline your research to that area of the job or the scholarship you're looking at for. So I hope this video is really helpful. So on this particular video, in summary, I have talked about part 1 of where to start from and how to start. The first thing I talked about it was for you to set your goals. Secondly is for you to know what you want to study. Why knowing what you want to study, also look around at what are the job opportunities of this area of study, and what are the career advancements for me in this area of study. Then thirdly, you should check around what are your preferred countries. Then from there you streamline to your preferred school and also your preferred course. So once you have all of this planned, that helps you. Then once you have this preference, then you cannot dive down to finding the schools that offer these courses in those countries that you have preferred. So I hope this video was really helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you find value for the video, and please like, subscribe, and drop any comment you have on the comment section, so that whatever question you have, I will be able to pick them in the next video I will be creating. So do not hesitate to drop your questions in the comment section, so I'm able to know what kind of content I need to create for you in future videos. So thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate your time. So do subscribe, share with your family and friends, and see you in my next video. Bye.